A siloed approach to data management is difficult for several reasons and really unsupportable. Number one, because the amount of data and how quickly data is accumulating is mind-boggling for most people. In the healthcare space, in the next 18 months, whatever amount of storage you need for information right now, you will need double that amount of storage within 18 months. Even more difficult is that storage sits in unique silos, typically built behind specific applications, and as organizations try to make better and more efficient business decisions, they're finding these disparate silos of information. We're not able to connect them. So we can't make good business decisions. This data is growing at a staggering pace, and it's hampered many organizations from moving forward and becoming efficient. The ability to integrate data has really been what organizations have been trying to do in the past number of years. They're seeing lots of data in, again, these disparate storage silos, recognizing that when they put it together, they're going to be able to make better decisions. And examples of that could be a pharmaceutical company that's able to look at a lot of clinical trials data that's been occurring around the globe, to be able to combine that information and make better decisions about opportunities behind a compound. It could, again, be the same kind of pharmaceutical companies that are trying to assess their marketing efforts and sales representatives' calls or telemarketing and advertising, and combining all of that information to make more efficient systems to drive their products forward. It can be insurance companies that are able to look over a longer period of life of a patient to help guide disease state improvements when they've got to look at that patient, or something we call one patient, one record. I guess the ability to combine information to reduce things like cycle time can be visualized, if you will, in a patient that may be coming in a trauma event, on life flight or something like that. If you think about your typical visit to a hospital, you'll have to many times drag in your own films, you have to bring lab results from somewhere else. We're trying to help organizations combine data so they can make critical decisions at patient care, wherever appropriate, as quickly as possible, and reducing cycle times. So if you've got a traumatic event happening to you or someone in your family, you want the doctors that are making decisions on treatment to have access to every bit of information on that patient so that they can appropriately act as quickly as possible to the ultimate, to be able to save someone's life. The same kind of reduction in cycle time can be seen in the ability to bring more drugs to market more quickly, because they can analyze data better, to be able to get through fraud events, which can happen in insurance companies and things like that, all creating efficiency in the system, but efficiency by being able to reduce cycle time to make decisions. There's a lot of reasons why reduced cycle time can be good for an organization, whether it's someone coming in on a trauma event and the hospital being able to make a better decision, so better outcomes for the hospital, whether it helps physicians make their rounds more quickly when they're in at the patient's bedside. Just being able to have all the information they may have to send to a different floor or a different department for that information, if they wanted to, as an example, look at their MRIs. If they had that information available, they could make more efficient, more quick rounds when they're in the hospital. If you looked at the ability for a pharmaceutical organization to take large pools of data, to be able to stream through that quickly to make good decisions on what compounds to bring to market, to be able to identify those compounds quickly, it's one of the rate limiting factors behind any drug development process. There's only so much time and processing power that you have. There's lots of different compounds trying to be screened against lots of different diseases. The more quickly we can do that, the more quickly we can find solutions to diseases that are still running rampant. The ability to integrate data can bring really good things and also protect when necessary. If you think of really good things, a lot of organizations are still struggling with applications they're trying to retire, and having to manage those applications and manage their access to information that's critical to the organization. By bringing that information together in a way that you can look at it with really a non-proprietary viewer, to be able to look at all that information, you don't have to manage all those older applications that may be old today will be 10 years old or 10 years from now and you still need information. Even more important, if you're in a situation where you have to do actual discovery, where there's litigation or something like that in the organization, and you have to actually go through all of this information to pull relevant information, the ability to do it in one point or from one point of view through one viewer rather than through lots of different data silos creates significant efficiency for organizations that are doing e-discovery type of activities.